earlier. So we'll see what Effort's going to be able to do. And it looks like his Effort is throwing down his second hatchery in his own base. So we have yet to see any attempt at throwing down a second hatchery yet for Palm. So that could translate into an advantage for Effort. With the additional larva, it's very, very crucial. You know, especially in a Zerg versus Zerg, where you just have to crank out those units. And Spire going down for Palm now, so he's going to have his Spire slightly earlier. I believe Effort's going to have his lair just now completing for Effort, and he's going to have his Spire constructed right now. At this point, it seems that Palm is moving a drone out to the natural expansion, so he is going to take the natural expansion. Perhaps with the idea being that he's going to secure an economic advantage. If this game does advance to a slightly later portion, we're going to see that kick in. It should be Khan be able to expend the additional drones to boost his economy. That could turn out to be the telling tale of this game, but we're just going to have to find out whether or not the early pressure or the first encounters or engagements are going to be able to favor Effort enough to where that's not going to matter. If you can put enough pressure on Palm to have to make him or force him to utilize his larva for offensive units against drones, then he will have secured an advantage that will allow him to probably complete this game without that expansion really becoming a major factor. It looks like Effort is actually going to take this time to move out from his base. He's moving those lanes over into Calm's direction, and this should be the first skirmish that we see in this game. Calm does not have a full wall or ramp block going on right now. More than likely that's because of the fact that this hatchery is exposed. Effort does see that and is going to start attacking this hatchery before it's completed. Calm bringing his Zerglings to bear, and as well as a drone, and it looks like that drone is going to be headed directly for the gas, so he's going to be putting down an extractor, so he is trying to get an economic advantage. At the same time, as Mulists have been produced, and they're going to assist these Zerglings in cleaning up the force at this secondary hatchery. So I would have to say that at this point it looks like Calm in a very secure position, having secured his expansion, but Effort now has produced a few Mutalisks as well as a Scourge, and it looks like he's on the way to Calm's base, and this is going to be the battle that determines everything. This the air war is really the crucial aspect of the Zerg versus Zerg, and it looks like additional Scourge being produced by Effort, and he does see the two Lings headed to his base. We're going to have a small little confrontation here. It looks like Effort is just barely going to be able to win that, so that those Lings are now been cleaned up. It looks like we have about 3 Mutalisks, but a lot of Scourge coming in for Effort, and it looks like just a small core Mutalisks, but those Scourge not landing effectively for Effort, and beautiful micro being displayed by Calm. It looks like all those Scourge are now gone, and not managing to take out any Mutalisks with those Scourge. And at this point, it looks like Calm has the distinct advantage in the air, taking out the additional Scourge that are being produced by Effort. And Effort at this point has lost the majority of his initial air force, and is going to lose that Ling as well that was in Calm's base. So doing a fantastic job of multitasking is Calm, and it looks like Effort is now trying to take his natural expansion. I don't know that that's going to work at all. Calm sending his entire force, his Mulus as well as his Scourge, over to Calm's base, or excuse me, to Effort's base, and at this point, Effort continuing to produce Scourge, but just unsuccessful with allowing them to land. And at this point, I would have to give Calm a distinct advantage in this game. He's got the Scourge just hovering over Effort's base, waiting, daring him to produce additional air units. But it looks like Effort does have a sole Mutalisk at Calm's base, but that is going to be eliminated, and Calm is just wrecked every single drone practically at Effort's base. At the same time, Effort managing to take out a significant number of drones of his own, but I just don't think, for trying to produce Scourge, but just not being successful, and Ling's now streaming into Calm's base, but he does have a single Mutalisk there to try and basically clean that up, and it looks like more Zerglings headed into Calm's base, But I would have to say that Calm is more than likely going to win this game. It looks like he's taken out all those drones that Effort had. He does have a Mutalisk at his own base for protection that it cannot be attacked by these Zerglings at all. And even if he were to lose that hatchery, that expansion, he's already taken out Effort's Spire, so he cannot construct anything that's going to be able to take out these Mutalisks. And these Mutalisks can just now go back to Calm's base and clean up the Zerglings with no problem. But even though he has Mutalisks already at his base, Effort has lost this game, folks. Calm has managed to defeat Effort in a Zerg versus Zerg, and here in the quarterfinals in the first set of their meeting. What a great game played by Calm. I have to say that I thought GG coming from Effort, Calm does take the victory, and I have to say that I thought that that Effort's build was actually a pretty strong one in this game. Overgasses and then Pool is a very, very strong opening, and did give him the ability to produce a ton of Scourge, but Calm just being able to out-micro Effort in the air, being able to just make him pay for not landing those Scourge early, and really, I suppose that's what Effort put all of his eggs in that Scourge basket, and that just did not work for him. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, this has been Weapons Left.